Brazil's all-time leading goal scorer, Pele, has returned to hospital today for treatment on a colon tumour. South American football expert Tim Vickery joins us now live from Rio de Janeiro. Tim, thank you for sparing the time to comment on this story for us. Just can you bring us up to date with Pele's health and having returned to hospital for treatment on this condition?
Well, he spent all of September in hospital, and a tumour in his intestines was discovered on September the 4th. So he's been doing a course of chemotherapy. He's been out of hospital since the end of September until last night. But the statement issued by the hospital, the Albert Einstein Hospital in Sao Paulo, is that this is purely routine. This is just giving continuity to the treatment that he went through in September, and that he will be out in a few days. So at the moment, the official word is there's not a great deal to worry about. Although, David, he is 81 and he's not going to be with us forever. I enjoyed very much there the fact that you opened this with the news that he is Brazil's all-time top scorer. Let's just spend a little time to dwell on that, because there's a new generation coming up who tend to belittle everything that happened in his day and say everything was so much easier. You know, every other South American team has an all-time top scorer from the 21st century, because there have been so many more games with the expansion of World Cup qualification in South America. Pele is the only one from his era who is still the all-time top scorer of his national team, and he hasn't played for Brazil for more than 50 years. We're dealing here with a very, very special player, and when he does leave us, what a legacy he will leave behind.
Tim, I wonder, as you sort of alluded to there, maybe he hasn't been given his due, his credit. You know, people have recency bias, don't they? They think about Messi and Ronaldo constantly, and now Haaland and Mbappe. Do you feel that maybe, although it's obviously very, very worrying about his condition right now, and he's been in and out of hospital a little bit over the last couple of months, that people, given his frailty right now, will at least appreciate what he's given to the game a bit more? As you say, he will not be around forever.
I certainly hope so. Because one of the things that the younger generation tends to throw at him is that he never did it in Europe. He only did it in Brazil. You have to remember, David, that at that time, Brazil wasn't an export industry. Brazilian football wasn't an export industry. The best players, the best Brazilian players, tend to play in Brazil. Now, one of the all-time greats from South America is the defender from Chile, Elias Figueroa, whose career stretched from the World Cup of '66 to the World Cup of '82, a magnificent defender. He was offered the chance to go to Real Madrid, and he preferred to move to Brazil because he said, if I play in Brazilian football, I'll be playing against better quality opposition than if I move to Real Madrid in Spain. So that really shows you the level of opposition that Pele was up against. And if you look at Pele in his absolute height, I think that the height of Pele is around 62, 63. And the best game in his career, by his own judgment, is the final of the World Club Cup in 1962 against Benfica, a tournament that when it started was taken very, very seriously indeed. And Benfica, they'd lost 3-2 in Brazil. The second leg in Lisbon, they considered themselves the favourites. And Pele, he just ran riot. And he put Santos, his Brazilian club, 5-0 up in Lisbon, either scoring or making those goals. And watching him play, it's like someone who's like a different species. He's running through the defence as if they're not there. He's an absolute machine for playing football. And that's one of the things, David, that explains why Portugal was so keen to kick him out of the World Cup in England in 1966. They knew exactly what he was capable of.
You've transported me back 60 years there, Tim. Really enjoyed that little trip down memory lane, and certainly hope that people appreciate what he is continually giving to the game, and hopefully, as you mentioned, well, the official word is nothing too much to worry about right now, and it's very much part of the ongoing process. So we will continue to monitor his condition with a keen eye. Thank you very much for bringing us the context on the story as well. Thank you, Tim.